What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of Days of Our Lives. Charlie is fucking batshit crazy. Like that boy's nuts. Like this dude kidnapped his own mother and tied her up to a chair. Talking about she brought this on herself. Like he wanted so much for her to just protect him, but he knew that he felt in his mind that she cares more about Trip than him. Like everything for her is all about Trip, all because that's the child she shared with Steve. Now I can't say for certain that he's lying, because I mean, maybe he's not wrong. Maybe that is true. Maybe she does care more about Trip than she does him. Maybe. But at the end of the day, she felt like Trip had a right to know that he didn't rape that girl. And she was all willing to tell Trip until Charlie just went ballistic and smashed her head, with a vase or whatever. I'm like, yo, she's nuts. And then this fool picked up a pair of scissors because he thought that Trip was going to bust through the door and he was ready to stab his own brother. I'm like, this dude is... boy is cuckoo. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because when he found Steve or whatever, he went back and, got Steve, and they went back to the apartment. By the time they got there, Charlie done got Ava the hell up out of there and tied her up. I'm like, yo, this boy is loco. Like, he is freaking nuts. Like, this is why I'm super scared for Claire right now. Like, I'm so scared for Claire. Because this boy is clearly unhinged, and he has a temper. He's violent. I feel bad for her, because what if she does or says something that, pisses him off, and what if he tries to, do to her what he did to Allie? Speaking of Allie, so Steve was trying to talk to her and go over the events of that night and stuff like that, because everybody kept saying, well, her mind was fuzzy and this, that, and the third. See, this is why I feel Ron Carlivati should not be writing rape storylines, because if you're not going to take it seriously, or call it what it was, then you shouldn't write. I just don't like his take on rape storylines, because it makes it feel like, you're victim shaming, or, you don't believe the victim. And I'm not going to say that there aren't women out there who lie about rape, because there have been some who have done that. But not all of them do. You know what I mean? Just because you got a couple out here that's stupid enough to make such a big false accusation doesn't mean everybody does. And clearly, Claire may have been drugged or whatever, so she doesn't know. And maybe she thought Trip did it. You know what I mean? It's plausible. And that's what Steve was trying to get her to think. Like, what really happened? Like, what happened that night from her perspective? Because all she can remember is a hand, really. And she keeps thinking that it's Trip's hand or whatever. But now, after her conversation with Steve, she's doubting herself at this point. That maybe it wasn't Trip that did it. But she can't make sense of how the DNA can come back as Trip. She can't make sense of it. You know what I mean? Because Trip is saying, okay, we never slept together. I never had sex with you. But how do you explain the DNA? Because obviously they don't know anything about a brother. Clearly. So I can't wait until this is over with and she learns the truth that psychopath Charlie is the one who raped her and not Trip. I feel bad for Allie, though. I really do, because, what she went through is so traumatic, and I wish that it was written more realistically to where she gets some help. You know what I mean? Because, I know some people react to things differently, but I wish that she got some type of therapy or something, because Lord knows, that's such a traumatic experience to go through. Some people who get raped and stuff, they don't even want to leave their home after stuff like that happens. Like, they stay in their home under lock and key. So I couldn't even imagine what that girl was going through. Kate, of course, was happy that she was suing Trip and all that. But I just can't wait until this is over and the truth comes out about it. So anyway, moving on from that. Why is everybody in this town so damn stupid? Like, they are letting Gwen play them like a damn fiddle at this point. Especially Chad. Like, Chad, you should know your wife better than that. To sit there and accuse her of sleeping around with your brother, like, really? You should have more faith in your wife. And Gwen sitting there, oh, I'm here for you, and, trying to play the little sympathy card, and It's just so stupid. Like, and he went to the garage hoping that he was going to catch something, looking for Jake and all that. And I know what Chad was really going there for. He was hoping he was going to run into Abigail and Jake there and prove his suspicions were right. Because Gwen, little stupid ass, got a text from Abigail telling her she was going to be home late. And she lied to Chad talking about, oh, I haven't heard from Abigail all day. My thing is, why is she sending Gwen text messages? Why not call your husband or text your husband and let him know that you're working late or you'll be home late? That's what Abigail should have done. Like, they are putting way too much trust in Gwen crazy ass. And Kate, Kate knows that Gwen ain't right. She knows she has a screw loose. So I don't understand why Kate is not informing people that she's not to be trusted. They have a right to know. Like, let them know what they're dealing with, because clearly they're not smart enough to see through her bullshit for some odd reason. So of course, when Abigail's in the living room or whatever with Jake, she basically told him that Chad suspects that they're sleeping together. And Jake was like, he promises not to make Chad more suspicious and stuff. And as soon as he said that, Gwen and Chad pretty much overheard that conversation. So you already know Chad is going to be even more suspicious now. Thinking that they're trying to hide something. They're trying to cover it up. Like, Chad, be smarter than this. Like, stop being so dumb. Like, you're a damn Demira. Like, why are you so easily swayed by things? My goodness. It's like he can't see the forest for the trees. Like, just stupid. I'm like, how can you not see that Gwen is trying to come on to you? How you not see that she's playing a game? Like, come on, you should be more intuitive than that. Like, it's stupid. Same thing with Jennifer. Jennifer, she is so insecure right now. She refuses to believe that Kate and Jack are no longer sleeping together. She refuses to believe that they're over. She thinks that they're still messing around. So Julie was like, okay, I have a friend down at the Salem Inn I can call. Because even Julie was like, Kate is an alley cat. She sleeps around, so she could be sleeping with anybody. It doesn't have to necessarily be Jack. So she calls and, her contact gets in touch with her. And he's like, oh, Kate was at the Salem Inn with somebody with the initial J. Like, their first name started with a J. So, of course, Jennifer thinks, oh, that got to be Jack. I'm like, how many J's are in y'all town? Like, how many men with the first name J, with the letter J in their first name is in y'all damn town? How many people? Come on now, Jennifer. You're not this slow. Think. You're supposed to be a reporter. You can't see through the bullshit? Like, really? And now she talking about, oh, I should just be done with Jack and whatever. I'm like, you have no proof that he's messing around with this woman. It's just, okay, yeah. I can understand why she doesn't trust Jack at this point, because she had to find out the truth from Abigail via Gwen. I get that. You know what I mean? So her trust with Jack is out the window at this point. I get that. I understand that. But you should, think. Like, stop jumping to conclusions and actually get actual proof. Like, see them together. Something. Like, instead of jumping to these wild-ass conclusions without factual proof. And it seems to me that Jake wants to take his relationship with Kate to the next level. Like, he wants to wine and dine her in public instead of hiding out and all that. He understands why she wants to do it because of Chad. But he wants to, take her out to dinner. Take her out in public. He doesn't want to feel like, they're ashamed of what they're doing because they're grown. Which is true. I mean, they're grown-ass people. They can do what they want, sleep with whoever they want. But my whole thing is with Jake and Kate, it's like, where do y'all see this little relationship going? Like, to me, this ain't nothing but sex. But it do seem like Jake wants more than that with her. But I'm like, I'm not trying to age discriminate, because, she does look good for her age, but what you gonna do with somebody that's damn near 70 years old? Like, what are you doing? Like, how far do you think this can go? Other than the bedroom? Like, does he see marriage with Kate? Obviously, you don't see no children with her because she's way past childbearing. So it's like, the woman has a great grandchild. So it's like, how far do you think this is going? I thought it was just casual sex between them and they were just enjoying each other's company. But it looks like, Jake wants a little bit more than that. And Kate is doing her best to keep it under wraps. But we all know that the shit is going to hit the fan at some point. I just hate how everybody in that town is being so stupid when it comes to Gwen. Like, why are y'all being so delusional? Like, this girl is playing y'all like a violin and it's right in front of your face and you still can't see it. Because they want to see what they want to see. And that's so stupid. It's like she's playing a game with y'all that's so obvious that she's playing. Like, and you can't see it. Like, stop being stupid. Anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I will see you all later. Have a good day. Peace.